Here it is, guys. Here it is. My appreciation for this combo runs very deep in my blood. Let me tell you. My appreciation with the 180 millimeter with the Nikon F3 film camera runs wild all the time. I use it. Yeah, it was with this combo that I got started, basically. With this combo. Sure, I had the 50 millimeters, the 24 millimeters, but the 180 millimeter AF F mount 2.8 lens attached to my Nikon F3 back in the day. Even today, when you mount the 180 millimeter lens, my appreciation for what was back in the times when I was going to school, taking photography classes in high school, using the Nikon F3, I remember it very vividly. I'll never forget the moments where I picked this combo up, just having a good time, loading the film in here. Man. Brings back a lot of memories for me, you know. The 180 millimeter is a very special focal length. So you ever heard of other photographers talking about the 180 2.8 AF, where they say it's the poor man's 200 f2? That could be very true in a sense. The background blur and the rendition and the IQ that you get from the 180 2.8 and the price that you pay today in today's money and today's times. Some of these old vintage lenses, the way they render the image, it's one of those lenses that's so special yet doesn't really get talked about. Just like the 135 2.8 lens. Either you pick up the manual focus version or the AF version. You think shooting with the Platinum 135 is a little challenging? Put this bad boy on there. No image stabilization, no VR, just nice glass, nice rendition, nice IQ all around. Sure, the AF, the screw drive, it's not AFS, it's loud, it's quirky, doesn't work with the current FTZ adapter when it comes to autofocus, but it does work with DSLRs when you use autofocus. Again, you're not going to get the smooth autofocus that you're used to with AFS Nikon lenses, but that's okay. I don't mind it as a still photographer. Even when I shoot video, I don't mind these older lenses because I could just switch it to manual focus with the new technology that Nikon offers with peaking, easy to acquire focus, mirrorless. I shoot a lot of portraits with the 180 2.8. Sure, it's not going to be your super sharpest lens wide open, but I can appreciate the character this lens has. I could appreciate the background, the bokeh. Some of these older Nikon lenses, don't sleep on them. Now, I know I'm making this video, and it might have a positive or negative effect on the market when it comes to this lens. Now, there are several versions of this lens. I happen to own the AF version. If you're a fan of these older lenses, I strongly suggest you guys watch my review on this lens that I did back in the day. Took it up to the mountains, shot a really cool review. I also did a video review on this lens. But I just wanted to come on here and just show you guys my appreciation for Nikon and some of their older lenses that they produce. You know, right now I'm shooting this video with a mirrorless camera, right? And I can pretty much slap this thing on this baby right now. Why don't we just slap it on this mirrorless camera without changing anything? Because I believe I'm recording 2.8 as we speak. You know, set it to 2.8. Let's see how video comes out with this lighting setup. I'm just curious. It's manual focus, so we're gonna have to dial that focus in. But like I said, modern technology, peaking, that's not an issue. Let's do that right now. There's my setup for today, guys. All right, let's see. Let's throw on the that 180. Where is it? Thing of beauty. Let's throw that on here. So guys, with new technology and older lenses, you can be really creative. You know, if you're a video filmmaker, interviewer, like I have the interview set up here, but you can pretty much do a lot. Now I have this thing hooked up to my iPad. Turn on peaking on here. Peaking with this software. Yeah, this is a really killer lens for video. Like, to be honest, look at that thing. Wow, I love this lens so much. All right, guys, this thing is a little tricky, okay? Like I said, this is a two-man operation, and luckily I have my monitor with the iPad. I'm looking at the peaking, and you know, a manual focus lens. So if I go in a little forward, see, I'm out of focus. Going a little back, I think this is where we need to be. So we're at a kickback interview situation here. Hopefully my sunglasses are dead in focus. Recording this at 2.8. Oh man, I love it. We're at 2.8 and I see the background blur coming through the monitor. So I'm going to end this video with a little story I want to share about this lens. It has to do with me letting someone borrow the lens and what had transpired after. So the gentleman that I gave the lens to and said, you know what, just use it for 2 weeks, have fun with it, and come back and tell me what you think. He was, you know, not an amateur photographer. You know, he was all into the tech, all into the new stuff. And me and him would always have conversations about older gear versus new gear, and older lenses especially. Yeah. So one day I go, James, take this lens out for a little test drive. I know you're used to the autofocus. I know you're used to all the new stuff. But take this lens out. Put it on your modern cameras. Let me know what you think. Come back and tell me what you think. Okay? He goes, sure, let me take it out. And mind you, he's a portrait photographer. He shoots environmental portraits. He likes to take their subject out and about with natural light, with flashes. Beautiful, beautiful photographer. Great eye the guy has. So he takes it out, and I suggest, hey, you know, take a couple of shots with your subjects. Take a couple of shots on a real shoot. Now, do me that favor. Takes it out for a test drive. I don't hear from him for like 2-3 weeks. It's been the 4th week already. I don't hear from him. So I call him up. I go, hey man, have you used that lens yet? He was speechless. He's like, dude, I'm coming over right now. He comes over, shows me the images, and he was over the moon. Okay. Here's a guy that really, he wasn't a film shooter from the days. He got into photography in the DSLR days. Fully automatic focus, you know, he's like a modern photographer. He great eye, but just wasn't around for the film and early DSLR days. You know, he got into photography in about 2014, 2015. So great young dude, by the way. Anyway, so he comes back and just says, man, he goes, first, let me tell you something. It takes some discipline to use this lens. It's not easy. He tells me it's not easy. It takes a lot of patience to to focus this thing on a mirrorless camera. But he tells me when he nails the shot, when he nails focus, stops it down just a little bit, the 3.2, even f4, he fell in love with the look and the character of this 180 millimeter lens. What did he do? He said, let me buy it off you. I go, no. I like my copy. James, go out and get your own. You know, I told him, look, watch out. These things could be hit or miss. Luckily, you know, my copy is just on point. Recording this right now with it. But my copy is on point. But when you go out and search for a lens like this, make sure, you know, Make sure everything is legit. You're not gonna pay that much money for it, but just make sure the AF works on it. But anyway, he was over the moon. He loved it. He showed me images, and right now, a few years later, after I let him borrow the lens, he has 3 copies. He went out and he bought 3 different copies because he loves this lens so much. He uses it a lot, and it doesn't leave his bag. And he tells me that it's such a fun lens to use that he thanks me every day for introducing him to older lenses. He would have never thought of adapting these older lenses on his modern mirrorless cameras. One lesson that I taught him, and he uses it till today, is to take his time in photography. Sometimes we're run and gun situation, we're in a hurry. We're always in a hurry in this society, Everybody's in a hurry. If we don't get our Starbucks, if our Starbucks is 5 to 10 minutes late, we have a fit. Well, you know what? He learned to take his time with this lens. This lens taught him a lesson, not only in photography, but in life. To take your time, enjoy life, enjoy the moment, enjoy taking pictures. Don't be in a rush. No matter how fast life is going and how fast you got to meet these deadlines and whatever it is, to me, I slow down and I enjoy every minute of life. This lens has taught me that lesson, to slow down and to enjoy every minute of photography and life. Right now, I couldn't be happier with my photography. I couldn't be happier with this channel. I couldn't be happier with just having fun and just doing my thing on here. All right, guys, that's it. Just thought I'd share my appreciation, a quick little story about the 180mm 2.8 AF, and highly recommend this vintage lens from Nikon. And guess what? I heard a rumor that a third party is developing a screw mount FTZ type adapter that will allow us to autofocus these type lenses. More possibilities with more mirrorless cameras with these older lenses. They're getting harder and harder to track down these lenses. That's probably a sad thing, but there's always some for sale. I have quite a few, but I want more. I want more of these lenses because they're just so special. Along with my mirrorless collection, this is a very welcome sight, because this type of lenses like these, you go out, I don't really put them in my bag, meaning it's not in my photography kit when I go out and do work. If I want fun, I pick up this lens and these older lenses, and it makes me slow down and appreciate life and photography. All right, guys, thank you for listening and watching. Like and subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next video. This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan. Yeah, rock and roll photographer. We'll see you on the next one. Rock and roll.